And there's about an 8-second delay. And
I'm having a meltdown.
you are?
Yeah. Walkthrough is tomorrow morning, and there's still problems on the property. I just yelled at my contractor.
You know what? Such is the joy of when you get
Yeah.
into rehabs and stuff.
Yeah.
Right here. All right. Well, we are live here. It takes about 4 or 5 minutes for people to start coming on. There's an 8-second delay, so it's 8 seconds before people even know that we're live.
Right.
And after yesterday's debacle, it's 15 minutes before they know that I've gone to Zoom. So anyway, yeah, I am so excited to see you. Joe is actually the dentist right now. So he couldn't join us live. I thought it'd be great if he joined us live from the dentist chair, you know?
I would think so too.
Yeah. But no, he decided
He
not
chickened
to.
out.
Yeah. So anyway, so glad to see you. We'll get started here and give everybody a minute or two to jump on board here.
Sure.
And
sure.
Yeah, so you're actually in. Well, I'll get to do a shortened version of an interview with you in a second. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Maybe what I'll do is here in just a minute. I'm going to play a couple of videos. How'd you like the video of the Dream Partner Mastermind out there on the boat?
Pretty awesome, I must tell you.
That
I didn't see anybody chugging alcohol though.
They were sipping some alcohol. For sure, they were doing some sipping on alcohol. There was one evening at the bar at the resort there where there was a guy playing music, really good, and there were some people doing a little bit of celebrating there. Yeah,
sweet. But very sweet.
I'm sitting back, having my water, my bottle.
Yeah,
of water.
Yeah.
So
it's okay. It's all good.
Yeah. So anyway, so we got a few people coming on board here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start today. And what I'm going to do, Meredith, is I'm going to kind of reset the room here, and then I'm going to play. I'll do a quick little intro of you so people know who is this lady on camera. Why am I looking at
person?
Yeah, who is this person? Is she John's accountant? Who is that? And then I'm going to play a couple of videos for everybody to watch here. And we got more people coming on board. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and get started here. And thank you for Meredith for
You're welcome.
for being here and for dressing up for the occasion.
Yes, I could tie. You notice I could tie it even higher if you want.
Yeah,
or lower.
I'm going to show a little chest hair. Let's both show some chest hair. You know what? I'm so glad I'm engaged now because every morning, every day, I swear now, I don't know what it is. It's like ever since I got engaged, part of my cerebral cortex is missing. And I have to ask my fiance, does this match? Like at what point how did I dress myself before I got engaged? I honestly, it's like my fashion part of my brain just went, and I have to ask her permission. Do I look okay? So, anyway, hey, good morning, everybody, or I guess depending on where you are, afternoon. This is day 4 of the Lease Option Masterclass. And I've got to say, first of all, the response and the feedback and the engagement has been off the chart. I did a 5-day challenge back in May, a Facebook challenge like this on Lease Options. And it was great. It was fantastic. But I went back and I tweaked the model and tweaked it. And even a couple of other educators in the business in this field had reached out to me saying, "Hey, John, how did you do this? How did you do that?" And so I showed them my model of what I did and what I presented and everything. And one of them in particular actually did a very good job of trying to mimic it, and which he's a very good friend of mine. So hats off to him. But this time around, this week has been well beyond what I even thought it was going to be, in the sense of not just the engagement and the camaraderie, but when I look at what Joe and I have, and I sound like I'm tooting my own horn here, but here's the thing. is I've been getting up in the morning, about like this morning at 5:30, hit the gym or whatever. But then it's, work. And I've been working nonstop, literally till 8 or 9 o'clock at night. My fiance is not too happy about that. 8 or 9 o'clock at night, working on content for the masterclass, or working with my dream partners on the deals they have working. Today at 4 o'clock, I'm working with my dream partners. I literally have two agents, real estate agents to call back that I'm working with, that they have buyers for our houses. I've got another lead on a house I just got. And we have 3 more leads that just came in from another student. I mean, it's rapid fire success going on with our dream partners. And what's going into this class, into this master class this week, when you look at the content that we're giving, it's way beyond anything that I thought we were going to do, which I'm glad to do. But I'm like, man, we're giving a solid, when you consider the master class in the VIP room, in the coach's corner, it's a minimum of 3 hours of training each day. If you go back and watch all the videos, minimum, not including the downloads and the forms and everything that we've added to like the VIP room. So it is a lot of stuff. You figure in 5 days, that's a minimum of 15 hours of live training with myself and Joe. And you get to hear from real live dream partner students, which in just a second, we're going to hear from Meredith. And I think there's really something to be said about having someone besides myself, someone besides the educator, talking about what they've done, the process and the progress that they've made, because it makes it tangible, I think. I think there's what I call the guru gap, where if, and I get it. So like as I look to go more and more into apartments and multifamily with lease options, I see people, friends of mine that own 2,000 doors or 3,000 doors. So they've done this many deals in apartments, and I'm down here just, getting ready to, I'm assessing deals at this point. I'm evaluating, underwriting deals. So there's a guru gap of, well, they've done this many, but I'm just analyzing deals now. And it can affect you mentally and go, well, I'll never be up here. Well, maybe you're not supposed to be doing 3,000 doors, right? I've done, 750, 800 lease option transactions plus whatever I've helped my students on. Well, don't think that, if you're just starting off and I've done 700 or 750, don't let that gap, if you will, discourage you, because all it takes is that very first deal. Don't worry about 700. Just do that first deal. My pastor at my church, he's an amazing speaker, amazing presenter, amazing pastor. And I love some of the stories he tells. One of the stories he tells is when he got out of college and had gone to school and everything. And he got a job. He got his first job at a little bitty church out in the country. And he did his first sermon. And after he was done, all he could think about was, I've got to do that every week. I've got to create a sermon every week. He's like, I don't have that many sermons in me, right? He's like, now that I'm here, I'm like, maybe I've got like 10 or 12, maybe. I can't do this forever. And but that's the thing, is you just do one at a time, right? Anyway, so just realize that it's just that first deal that you've got to do. You just got to get that first one under the belt, and then you're solid. So what I'm going to do here before I introduce Meredith is I'm going to show a couple of videos. I'm going to show the one from the mastermind that we had last week, just because I love seeing that video. It's so inspiring. Like, I think I'm going to watch that every morning now, part of my routine, get up, make my hair perfect, work out, whatever, brush my teeth, and watch this video. I'm going to pull this video up here for everybody. I've got a few videos that for you all to watch, but I absolutely love this video here.
I enjoyed the event very much because I was able to meet all our team members in person, and I believe that networking is very powerful. And yeah, it was a fun event too. And John, it's always laughing and throwing out jokes, so it's always entertaining as well. So it was very valuable.
I thought the event was great. John and Joe did some great education, as well as the opportunity to meet with other dream partners was fabulous. Collaborating with them, finding what works, what doesn't work, and ways I can improve my business.
it's fun, it's laid back, but you get solid content that you know, hopefully is gonna progress our businesses forward and push us to the next level.
I mean, it was just so exciting to be here. The speakers were amazing. Everything was amazing. I can't say anything bad about it.
Oh, the event's been great. It's very personable. You can ask John any questions and he'll answer the questions. It's a great way to network with other fellow dream partners, and yeah, it's just been really great, very informative to a lot of great guests.
Networking with the other dream partners with John Jackson's group has been awesome because successful people make quick decisions quickly and adjust accordingly.
I thought the event was great. Got to meet up with some of our fellow dream partners that we only really get to talk to on the phone, and really get to meet everybody, get to talk to Joe and John and build those relationships. So it's been a really nice experience.
I loved it. It's very inspiring. It kind of helps you come out of your shell, and it gives you like a new perspective on what you can be doing to improve.
So this was really a great event. It's my first real estate mastermind with John Jackson and company. Obviously, the education portion of it was great. Guest speakers phenomenal, but really it was the camaraderie in the room, meeting the team and stuff that he has, but also meeting the other people that are in the program, the other coaching students, and the other people that were attending the mastermind. Great networking event. I got a ton out of it from all different facets. I'm super excited about it.
To be able to just really hang out and learn together and brainstorm together was incredible and very valuable. So if you're not here today, you better be on the next one.
I love that. I've got a couple more I'm going to show here. Meredith is so jealous that she wasn't on that.
Jealous.
Let me see. Here's Esther. Esther's so funny.
There you go. Okay, I'll start.
Try. Take two. Hey, this is John Jackson. Lease option classes here with one of my dream partners, Esther.
That's right. Hey, hi, Esther here.
At a house, your first house that looks like we're very, very close to closing on. And so just kind of in general, let's talk about the dream partners and what is it, what's just been your experience about working with myself and Joe Seski, the dream partners, and actually learning and getting progress?
Yeah, I think I got one-on-one coaching, every week. I talk to Joe and he walks me through prospecting. And,
what about me?
Oh, okay. I had an original video call with you. So yeah, I just met him today and I told him he looks exactly the same in person as he does in his videos. So
I do. I think I look better in person, but
he said he did his hair today. So
that's a whole story. I actually cannot get a hold of my hair lady. She won't return my calls. I've got to get a new hair lady.
Are you gonna edit this video?
No.
Okay.
But I really can't get a hold of her.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. And you know how hard it is.
Maybe she's still working from home.
No.
We should have her on TV show. No, I'm kidding.
That's a great idea. A reality show. Do you even know I have a podcast?
No. I've heard you on other podcasts, actually. Well, I did a little research on you beforehand. I want to know if you're legit.
See if I have a podcast.
No, I did. I Googled you and I made sure that you were all legit. Right, there you go.
Anyway.
Yeah, so.
All right, so we're here at this house right here in the Irving area. You got this house under contract with the help of Joe Seski, my coach. I worked with him, did the marketing, got the house, and got an application. And one of the things that's phenomenal about being a dream partner is that we do the application process. You don't have to worry about it.
Right.
You get the application through Leasing to Buy, our website. We process it and say, hey, this looks great, or hey, this is a little iffy, whatever. This couple looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
And so you came out here to show the property for, I think, the second time?
Yeah, this is the second time. The third time, actually, they've been out here. They came back another time to get some pictures for their parents. So yeah, second showing today. They really like it, asked a lot of questions. Really seems like they want to be in the house, just a matter of...
And I stopped everything I was doing on a Saturday.
Yeah, you did.
To come out here and help and just kind of guide you through the process, right?
Yeah.
You don't see any other guru doing that, do you?
No, I was a little surprised. You're like, yeah, I'll be there. And you took time, even with the prospective buyers today, answer their questions. You were really patient. Yeah, you're definitely not trying to take advantage of anybody, not just trying to pocket their money. So yeah, I thought you were very kind and generous with your time too. So
well, and I appreciate that, but and it's just a great learning experience for you and for the students. I was last weekend I was in Houston looking at a property for a student, 2 properties actually, but I just enjoy getting out and meeting the students. I just got back from Hawaii.
yeah. Ooh.
You know, meeting Michael O'Hara. I mean, that's how committed I am.
Wow.
That's how committed I
Yeah,
am.
you'll hop on a plane.
Yeah, why couldn't you live in like Miami?
Yeah. Alaska.
Alaska.
I'm kidding.
All right. So anyway, great job on this. I know we're not quite closed
Yeah,
yet, but it's
pretty
just
close.
a couple of things that they're going to look at, and then should have this wrapped up. So
Hopefully next week even. Yeah, I'm hoping.
next week.
Hoping in a few days. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
It's
need
exciting.
that.
And once you go
Need
through
that
this
deal
first one,
closed.
you're going to know. Remember, I said the whole time, master the process is the outcome will happen. And now
Yeah.
you're mastering each individual process.
Yeah, each
From the
stage.
marketing, talking to sellers, setting the numbers, doing the contracts. Each of that is a process.
Yeah.
So, all right. Any final words for everybody? All 10,000 people are going to watch this.
Oh, I'd say you can do it. Just keep at it. Don't give in to discouragement. I've battled a lot of discouragement along the way, but you got to stay diligent. Just trust. Also trust the process. I mean, you know, I'm trusting these guys too. They've been in business for almost 18 years now.
18 years, yeah.
They do this day in and day out. Even the coach I work with, Joe, and I'm just, you know, when I try to do things a little different, Joe corrects me and says, nope, follow the process. So I'm trying to just trust things, the results will come. Just
Absolutely.
keep at it.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Hey, if you like this video, thumbs up, leave comments, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. You may be a YouTube star before long.
Oh, well. I don't have much on YouTube.
All right, take care.
All right, one last one I'm going to bring on.
All right, what's up,
I love
guys?
this one.
We're in the last video of a series of, I call it Grubhub to Real Estate. Do you like that?
Okay, guys, listen. I will let you know. I did mortgage industry for 10 years.
No. You did. You did.
I did. So
The point is,
I had
don't get past the point is, it's a great story.
No, it is.
Because so many people can relate.
I know. No, so I wanted to pursue real estate investing. So Grubhub and DoorDash were my side hustle, and I was so tired of sitting behind a desk 9 to 5. I make good money, but I was like, I'm going to pursue this full time so I can pursue real estate full time. So that's what I did. So I'm just letting you guys know. Makes me want to tear up because I'm like, I drove DoorDash and Grubhub. I sucked it up and I freaking did it. And if I can do it, you can.
That's absolutely right. And just close the deal for $10,000. Next week we got one for $12,000.
Yes.
And
$22,000, guys, in a week. Woo!
Yep. And that's a lot of Grubhubbing.
Yeah.
That's a lot of DoorDashing.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so there we go. I love those videos, don't you, Meredith?
Fantastic. They really speak loud.
I just love, well, first, I do truly love going out and meeting the dream partners whenever possible. I've flown to all over the place. Well, you saw I've flown to Hawaii, but I'll fly anywhere, and whether it be take the dream partner out to dinner when they close a deal, anything like that. If feasible, I will literally meet them at the house with a buyer and a seller, just like I did with Esther. I met the buyer and the seller there. I certainly don't know how many other educators will fly around the country to meet their students, but I love it, and Joe loves it, and you're coming on board, and I am. I called you this morning as soon as I could. I called you this morning on your phone, welcomed you to part of the family, because that's really what this is the Dream Partner program is a family. And I'm going to talk in a little bit. I'll talk a little bit about how the Dream Partner program even came to be, because I had to go through my own issues and roadblocks and discouragements and frustrations trying to do what I was told I was supposed to do by the big box boys, and finally wiped the slate clean. We developed the Dream Partner program, and it's exploded into, and when I say explode, I don't mean a number of dream partners, because we keep that limited. We keep that small on purpose, but it's exploded in the success that we've had and that we've seen. And
As a matter of fact, earlier this year, I was at a big event in Key West for real estate coaches, and the whole agenda was really about 100% success and why we don't have that in the coaching industry, why students tend to be just a number with people, and how do we get away from that? And I was a big part of that event because of the Dream Partner program. We really strive and push for 100% success. So having said that, let me just introduce you, Meredith, and then I'm gonna let you do kind of your bio for everybody. So everybody, this is Meredith, and now I want to say your last name, but it's going to change. So I don't even know what to call you. So I'm just going to call you.
It may not be worthwhile knowing my last name right now.
Yeah. So I'm just going to go with Mary question mark. I mean,
Meredith question mark. Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
So this is Meredith, and Meredith and I actually go back, I don't know how long, where she's been maybe following me on social media and in some different real estate groups, et cetera. And then we had met once or twice, I can't even remember now, where I'd been speaking and you were there or whatever, and saw you in Cincinnati at a 3-day event I was doing, and really totally clicked. But I have a tremendous amount of respect for you for everything you've done in life and with business and with real estate. And you made the leap of faith. You decided, the Dream Partner, this is the time. This is, John and Joe, what we bring to the table, how much we care. And you decided, hey, let's do this thing. So I'm going to shut up for a second, let you take over, tell everybody who you are, and then why, what made you say, hey, I want to be a Dream Partner?
Sure. So I started my journey in 2008 when the height of short sales, and I purchased my first short sale flip and became a landlord. And I had that property for many, many years, probably sold it just 2 years ago, matter of fact. But the point being, I've been with a lot of coaching programs, some small, some big box, and every single program has pushed me to another level. And I have joined each company for a different reason. I started out with a short sale program because that was what was going on at the time. I did that for many, many years, negotiated short sales, did short sale flips. From there, I progressed to another level because I got burnt out on short sales. Then I went to another company and I expected X and Y for them to teach me. This is almost like going to college, or no, I'm going to say it is going to college. You get to pick what your major is and what your minors are. And so with every step that I've taken in my real estate career, each company has been a different step and a different platform. So I have been through short sales, as I said, short sale flips, retail flips, lease options, subject to, which is what I'm working on right now. I've only done one and it's been pretty interesting. And that became a flip, which was unexpected. So I've done it all, but with different people, growing exponentially every single time I've gone through a program. So now I have a huge amount of information under my belt. Why am I with John Jackson is the question. So when I first met you and we spoke, and I learned how you love the business. And that's very important for me. You're not just a guru. You are someone who really embraces what you do. And these gurus just have a lot of talk. And for the most part, it's yada, yada, yada. How much money can you put out? And join my program and I'll give you a mentor, and maybe or maybe not that mentor can see you through. You are very different in that regard, whereas you see your student as a very personal one-on-one situation with all your students. And I recognize that when I went to your 3-day class. did not join the Dream Partners at that point because I was in another space.
Yep.
And it was not my time to join with you. Today is time. Today is the time, and why? What your program does, it resonates with me because I love doing lease options. I've never done the process that you do. I've really only done sandwich lease options, but they're amazing. These options are amazing. And so I wanted to join a program where you specifically do what I embrace so badly and where I really want to focus in on the most. Fix and flips are a pain in the butt. Being a landlord, it's a landlord. And okay, some people, like you said, have hundreds or maybe thousands of doors and they make passive income. And I'd love to have that. But personally, I do not want to have a management company for every single door that I own.
Yeah.
So I would prefer having a business like this and why I'm here. Truly, this is what, and you know what? All of this has to resonate with everybody who's on here who wants to become a dream partner. You got to feel it in here. You really have to know this is your calling. And even if you're a beginner, it's so doable. And if you're not a beginner like me, who cares? Grow your business, learn a different angle, and be successful. And that's why I'm with you, John, because you are so personable and you really have the business in your heart. And there's not much more I could say other than I love that.
Well, and and I called you this morning. That's just I guess goes to show how how serious I take this and how personal we are with the students. Is that they all have our phone numbers, right? And so when the dream partners come on, like such as yourself, you'll either I bring under my wings or Joe or David. As well, you're going to be working with Joe directly because I've talked to her on the phone this morning, and you don't shut up. So I'm like, I can't deal with it. I'm just kidding. No, but what's great is, of course, anybody has that. All my dream partners have direct access to me, but there's some that I work with, some that Joe works with, some that Dave works with, specifically. But you're from the Northeast. Where exactly do you live? Is it Jersey or?
So I live in Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
New Jersey, yeah.
To Philadelphia.
Yeah, and so Joe is from Philadelphia or Pennsylvania, and so what we find is that I don't know what it is. People from this, central U.S. or the South, whatever, they tend to resonate with me. I don't know, and because we say y'all, I don't know, but Joe is beyond excited. Matter of fact, he's so excited he had to go to the dentist this morning to have him remove the permanent smile on his face. That's where he is right now, but he's beyond ecstatic, and because and here's the thing is that. Again, I keep referring to this as a family because that's what it is. It's not just, and I'll talk about my story with how I developed the Dream Partner program, but we really bring you into the family, and you bring a lot to the table, to not just from your experience, which is huge, your experience that you've had with real estate in different niches, et cetera, but also your energy and your soul and your vibrant, just love of people. That goes a massive way, just like as you saw with the Dream Partner group, right on that mastermind, how we're all just getting together and sharing ideas and networking, and that's so huge. And so you bring a lot to the table. So we didn't just gain a family member, but all the Dream Partners did as well, and we're incredibly excited. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, oops, I didn't mean to hit the wrong button here. I want to do a quick. I want to talk a little bit about the dream, kind of wrap up on the Dream Partners here, and then and certainly you can stick with us if you here on your if you can here. I'm going to share my screen here, and I'm going to do a little bit of just a tiny recap about the last couple of days. Then I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Dream Partners, and so definitely stick with us if you can, Meredith, because I may come back to you in just a second. But again, just this week alone, we've talked to, you've heard from Esther. You just saw Esther, where I met her at a house to meet her, the seller and the buyer, to make sure that, close that deal up. You met Jeff Davis, who has he started in July, June, but it technically started in July, has so many leads. If you remember seeing his spreadsheet on that Coach's Corner, that now he and Esther are working together. Esther's going to do very, very well working with Jeff. Again, all the Dream Partners work, can share ideas and leads and everything. Jose Campos, you heard from him last night. Heather, Mike O'Hara, who's in Hawaii, just literally this week, locked up a $19,000 deal. And you heard him, if you were on the Coach's Corner yesterday, how he marketed that property and got like 100 people wanting that condo in Hawaii. So what we're doing with this masterclass is we're welcoming 14 new Dream Partners over the next few days between now and Monday. We're pretty much going to shut this down on Monday. Now, the question may be, well, why 14? What's magical about 14? Well, now that we're actually bringing on 13 people, not 14, because Meredith is on board. So Meredith just took her seat. So the question is, as Grant Cardone says, who has my money? You should be saying, who has my seat? Because now we have 13 seats left. And so why only 13? Why only 14 total? Is because we limit our bandwidth. It's myself and Joe and David. We don't outsource to a coaching company in Utah in cubicles, answering questions, going through a folder where you get an hour call a week. That does not create success. So we're only bringing on 14 people total between now and Monday. So what do you have to do? Well, you've got to go to thedreampartners.com. Please, if you have not yet, it's imperative that you at least write that down so that after this training, you go to thedreampartners.com. What will happen there is you'll see it takes about 4 minutes maybe to fill out the application. And all it is telling us a little bit about yourself. Where do you live? What's your contact information? How much are you wanting to make per month? Why do you think that working with John and Joe and his team would be a good fit? And then what happens is Debbie or Tim will reach out to you to schedule a Zoom call with yourself and Susie. And then on that Zoom call, Susie's kind of the final gatekeeper to see if you're committed. Like Robert Allen said, are you committed? Until one commits, there is hesitancy. So you want to go to thedreampartners.com. And so again, I want to dive a little bit more into what is the Dream Partners anyway and how it came into being. And so Meredith, I know, has heard this story before. In my story and kind of my journey into building the Dream Partners. So in 2003, I started leasing to buy my real estate company. In 2008, 2009, I started coaching people one-on-one. They would fly out to me or I'd fly out to them for a few days, and I would coach them on how to duplicate the leasing to buy model. And then like in October 2009, Joe McCall came to me, and we became really good friends after that. And so I was just doing one-on-one training then, teaching people lease options. Then in 2000, I'd say 14, I think it was 13 or 14, the big boys found me, the big box boys. And it's very possible, very likely that a lot of people on this call right now, on this live, on this Facebook Live, know what I'm talking about with the big box boys. The people that come into town, they do the 2 hour, they do the 90-minute pitch and do the 3-day or 4-day event. Then you go to the 3 or 4-day event, and they are continuously trying to sell you something. And what they're selling you is like a $60,000 coaching program. And so these are the guys. And what do you get for $60,000? Well, the person up on stage isn't even the coach. He's not even the mentor. All he is a salesperson. He's just the guy speaking and moving on to the next town. And so then what do you get for $60,000? Well, you get like a book. And then once a week, you call this number in Utah, in Salt Lake City, and a guy sitting in a cubicle goes through and flips pages, says, okay, we'll do this, this, and this. Okay, your time is up. Click, and that's your call. That is not how you succeed. Well, these big box boys found out who I was. They found out that I was, first of all, the only guy that teaches lease options in Texas. And then they found out the impact I had on the educational world as far as with teaching leasing to buy and lease options. And they said, hey, you're the guy, you're the main guy, you're the guy that's been teaching all these people. You're like the Yoda of lease options, and we want to work with you. And so, of course, I got all excited thinking, oh, wow, this is a lot of money here. And I'll be on stage all the time and this and that, because at the end of the day, I just love being on stage. Well, they tried to, and I allowed them to try to mold me into their style, into the big box $60,000 programs. And I did that for about a year and a half, I think, a year and a half. And I was miserable. I was beyond miserable because it did not resonate with me. I was on stage selling a $60,000 coaching program that watching these salespeople, these sales teams make a lot of money. But at the end of the day, I was empty inside. And because I knew that I could deliver 20 times as much content and success for a lot less than $60,000, a lot less. And I didn't need, sales people all over the U.S. flying in and, and doing their used car salesman thing. And finally, to be honest, in 2015, I ended up kind of having my own little mental breakdown in San Antonio because I was so miserable because I was not being authentic to myself. At the end of the day, no matter what you do, no matter what your endeavors are, you have to be authentic to yourself. I was not being authentic. I mistakenly allowed the big box boys to basically become my handlers. And so I fired them finally. At the end of 2019, I'd brought another person. Anyway, finally fired them. Everything. I said, no more. And that is where Tamara Aragon and I were on a beach in Clearwater, Florida. We were at a big event and we were hanging out on the beach there in Clearwater, Florida. And I told her what I'd gone through and how the big box boys found me and how I was not being authentic to myself. And it was right then and there that we decided we're going to work together. And so, unfortunately, Tamara's very much under the weather right now, so she can't join us on this week. But Susie and Tim and Debbie, they all work with Tamara. But that's right then and there on Clearwater Beach, Florida, that we said we're going to put something together that the coaching world has never seen. So I went to work. And, you always hear about writing down, what is it you want in life? What are your goals? What is it you want in life? Which is important. But sometimes you have to start with, what do you not want in life? What do you have to remove from your life to help you get to what you want? So the first thing I had to do is I had to fire all the big box boys. I said, no more. I'm done. So fired them, got rid of them. $60,000 coaching program, no more. Don't want that. So I said, I don't feel right. Yes, they're going to make more than $60,000 with what I teach them. That's not the point. I want to help people, not put them in a financial bind. So I said, no more big box boys, no more $60,000 programs. I can teach people for a fraction of that investment. No more different coaching programs, no more 90-day coaching programs that they were trying to have me sell. I'm going to tell you something no other guru is going to tell you. 90-day coaching programs do not work. I've done this for 18 years, people. 90-day coaching programs only make the coaches money. That's the coaches and the salespeople. That's all they do. I've tried it myself. When the big box boys found me, they said, we got to have this 90-day program. Oh, okay. They do not work. When I say they don't work, I mean for success of the student. At the end of the day, when you sign up for a coaching or mentorship, you're doing it because you want to succeed. You want to make money. You want freedom. 90-day coaching programs do not work because you don't get enough of the coach or the mentor to help you succeed. So I fired everybody. No more 90-day coaching programs. And I said, I want to create an atmosphere, an environment of a family. And that's what we've done with the Dream Partner program. And so what I did is I said, I want just myself, Joe and David, we're the coaches. Okay. And when we develop this, I'm going to give them everything they would have gotten in a $60,000 program, but I'm going to make sure they get the meat and potatoes, like the very serious stuff they need, like access to leasingtobuy.com. So they get access to our website. They get a leasing to buy email address, like Meredith at leasingtobuy.com or Tom at leasingtobuy.com or whatever that is. They get a leasing to buy email address. Also, I can't take on 80 people or 100 people. So we're only bringing on a very small number of people. Sorry, they're working on the alarm here. Why is that? Why small number of people? Because we want to make sure that our success is 100%. And because of what we bring to the Dream Partners, we get so many leads coming in from our students. And I'm talking very seriously. It's like these sellers are ready to pull the trigger. We may have to get on the phone with the seller to finish answering a couple of questions or whatever. But these students, these Dream Partners are doing deals. So we only bring on 14 people between now and Monday, 13 now, thanks to Meredith. So again, I go back to, are you committed? Are you committed? Or tomorrow when we wrap this up and we do our final Coach's Corner, are you going to go back to YouTube watching YouTube videos? Is that how you're going to succeed? Or are you committed? Like Robert Allen said, until one commits, there is hesitancy. So you have to be committed. And just like on Undercover Billionaire, they didn't ask, yeah, but what if only? They saw opportunity and they pounce. You've got to act so fast that you literally bypass your subconscious and go from information and knowledge, boom, to action. And when you take that action, you adjust if need be. You make those adjustments until you get those results that you're looking for. And that's what we do with the Dream Partners. So again, what you want to do is go to thedreampartners.com. It takes about 4 minutes to fill out the application. It just gets some basic information about you so that you'll talk to Debbie or Tim, and they'll have a little bit of conversation with you. And then they'll schedule a Zoom call with Susie. And then she'll get on a Zoom call with you, talk to you a little bit, and she's going to ask you, are you committed? Are you worthy of working with John and Joe, or are you better off just going around watching YouTube videos, which we all know what happens when you go to YouTube. You go to watch how to do something, and 5 minutes later, you're watching a cat dance to some music or something. So you've got to be committed. We're only going to take on 14 people. There's only 13 spots left. These people, just like Meredith took action, their lives are going to take a dramatic and dynamic shift in trajectory between now and the next 30 days, 6 days, 90 days, 120 days, the next 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Meredith and all the Dream Partners will be joining us in February at our next mastermind. Heather thought we should do it in San Diego because she lives out there. We'll see. Maybe we'll go to a ski resort somewhere. But again, that mastermind's included in the Dream Partners. I mean, you've got to fly yourself there, but that trip, we include that in the Dream Partners, and you get access to everything that we have. The Leasing to Buy platform. We are actually, and Meredith doesn't even know this, we're developing, we're just about to launch Property Snatcher, which is an incredible data aggregation, aggregate source, and CRM, unlike anybody has out there. And it's only available for our Dream Partners. So again, go to thedreampartners.com. There's 13 seats left. Take 4 minutes, but you've got to ask yourself, are you committed? Because we only want to work with you if you're committed. If you come on board as a Dream Partner, and that very first call is with me, by the way, on that very first call, if you don't pass my litmus test, I will wish you the best and refund you, and again, just say maybe at another time, because our bandwidth is limited. So I'm gonna pull this screen back here and go back here. I got to minimize this here. I got multiple things open here, and there we go. Anyway, so Meredith, I'm super excited. I know.
So am I.
I can't wait for you to get your first $19,000 check with us. I'm super excited about that. Whether it be New Jersey, Pennsylvania,
I don't care.
wherever it may be, So again, guys, you want to go to, before we get on with the curriculum for today, go to thedreampartners.com. thedreampartners.com. And I'm not kidding when I say we're only bringing on 14 people. That's not some sales tactic or whatever. The truth is that is our bandwidth. Matter of fact, I am so committed that for everybody that goes to the VIP room after this meeting, if once we get in the VIP room, if everybody's on board with it, I will actually call some of my students on leads they have. I'll call agents on buyers they have. You can hear actual conversations, so you all can see deals taking place. I'll do that in the VIP room if everybody agrees to it once we get in there. So anyway, so again, Meredith, I'm excited. I'm incredibly excited to have you here and have you as a dream partner. We couldn't be more honored. So I'm gonna get on with the presentation. Meredith, I love you to death, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and move your camera. Go ahead and kill the camera. Is that okay?
Oh yes, I've got to get going anyway. So
any final words before I kill your camera? Any final words?
Join the program. If it really feels good, do it. Just do it. This is the moment. I can only say I did it for myself because it resonates with me. I know I'm going to be successful with you guys. I know how you treat us like a family. I already know that. And that makes me feel so excited to be with you.
Well, I'm excited, Meredith. And, we'll probably have our first call, if not Monday, then Tuesday, because then I go get married, as you know, so I'm gone for a few days.
Yes.
And have you met my bride?
I have not.
Just one second. All right, Meredith. So when I pulled up to the house today, I was talking to you. So this is Meredith right there.
Hi.
This is Karina. She's the lucky lady that will get to spend the rest of her life with me.
Yes, that's wonderful. She captured your heart.
Yes.
So we're getting married next weekend, and Meredith is getting married in September.
Oh, congratulations.
September, next month. Yeah, one more month to go.
Yeah, so we're excited. So anyway, I just wanted to introduce you to Karina here. I'm
Nice
sure y'all
meeting
will meet at like the next mastermind or something.
Right.
I'm sure. So
right.
So
okay. Well, Karina, see you later.
Joe and I are gonna be flying up to go see her to go do deals. So all right, bye, Meredith. I know you got to go.
Bye. Take care.
Bye. And there we go. All right. So really excited for Meredith and for everybody that takes advantage of this. I want to go through. I know we're going to go a little bit over an hour today, and I hope y'all are okay with that. But I really want to show you something. First of all, for everybody on here that's going to go to VIP after this, keep in mind we're going to run a little bit late today. And in VIP, I'm doing something really special. If you all want me to in VIP, I'll actually show you deals that we're doing, and I'm hypothetical, but I'll call some of my students to answer their questions on deals they have. I'll show you my screen. And as I'm helping these dream partners, you can see actual deals coming together and see the help that I give them. If y'all want me to, because I need to help them today, and might as well kill two birds with one stone, help them, and you all get to learn at the same time. Anyway, so let us get going. Again, quick recap of this week so far. Cash goals was day one deal every other month. So if you're lazy and only do a deal every other month, then that's $72,000. If you do one deal a month, that's $144,000 a year, based on an average of $12,000. Again, opportunities don't go away. They go to someone else. And again, you've got to understand that any thought, desire, action must pass through the subconscious. And because your subconscious is either going to stamp it with denied, need more information, or proceed, but with caution. And if it says proceed, but with caution, then your action's going to absolutely stink. You must act with speed and commit. Remember Robert Allen, you must act with speed and commit. And speaking of Robert Allen, Andy said Robert Allen, Andy Robert did file bankruptcy after his house was taken down by an avalanche, and he had leveraged his house for business purposes, leveraged that house in Utah, and avalanche took it down, and he lost everything. Again, day 2, lease option assignments. Who are the sellers? Who are the buyers? And what are the advantages to both the seller and the buyer? You're helping sellers that can't sell, buyers that can't buy. And we talked about why lease options are so much easier than any other strategy in real estate, I truly think. Yesterday, we talked about the 23 ways, it says 20, but 23 ways to market to sellers. But remember, only focus on 2 to 3 methods of marketing. Okay. Do not try all these different ways to market, or you're going to stink at all of them. Do 2 to 3 ways, and that's it. And then again, we talked about the conscious brain, how in order to take action, your subconscious has to stamp it with denied, approved with caution, or returned to sender, right? You've got to act so fast that you go right past the subconscious brain into action. And what does that mean? And yes, it could mean filling out the 4-minute application for the Dream Partners, or it could mean talking to a seller. A seller sends you a text back, and you take the time for your subconscious to go, "Oh, a seller just texted me back." It goes to your subconscious. Yeah, but I don't know what he's going to say. Well, what if he asks this? Oh, if only I could get, if only John would take this call for me, or whatever. And then you don't take the action. You see that text from a seller, boom. Hey, this is Andy with Leasing to Buy. I know you've been texting back and forth about your property, so I thought I'd just call you. Boom, you just took action, right? And then you get the results. All right, so today, again, this kind of ties into yesterday about the 23 ways to market properties for sellers. Only focus on 2 to 3 ways, okay? Really, that's it. So I suggest starting off focusing on the free ways. And what are the free ways, or almost free? It's scraping a list. In our case, our Dream Partners will scrape. We've got a software that scrapes for Zillow, and it'll actually text the for sale by owners on Zillow. But sending text messages to for sale by owner, for rent by owner, Facebook Marketplace. I've got an entire 5-minute training on where you can see me literally reaching out to sellers on Facebook Marketplace for free. And the response rate is a solid 80 to 85%, and it's free. But you need to focus on 2 to 3 ways. What is it that what strategies are you going to use to build your pipeline, right? What strategies are you going to use to build your pipeline? For me, it has always been direct mail. I'm just very, very, very good at direct mail. I've got it dialed in. And as you heard over this week, some of our Dream Partners, that's how they got their deals. Jose was from direct mail. Esther was direct mail. But you want to do the follow-up. So as you start to work this methodology of marketing, whether it's texting or direct mail, follow up, right? As you probably saw day before yesterday in the Coach's Corner, Jeff has so many leads he cannot keep up with them. He is now working with Esther to handle a lot of this overflow, so she can do this follow up, and they're going to be working all these deals together, right? There's something that I say when I do my presentation of the Guru Mindset. I say I am done being one. I want you to write that down. That's so important. I am done being one. What does that mean? I am done being one. There's another saying, write this down, okay? Your ego ain't your amigo. Your ego ain't your amigo. Believe me, I can say that with absolute first-person experience. Your ego ain't your amigo. The absolute worst times of my life, after the big box boys found me and I was trying to emulate what they told me, was my ego, and I imploded. And now I joke around and stuff, but about how good looking I am. But no, I joke around. But it's the truth is I'm actually very, very grateful, and gratitude and ego, gratitude and pride cannot coexist in the same space. You want to fill your heart and fill your mind with gratitude. And I'm very, very grateful, beyond grateful, for example, for Meredith. And so grateful for all of our dream partners and for for how they include me in their deals and let me talk to the sellers and everything for them. But again, you want to understand that you're done being one. I'm done being one, meaning that the greatest successes that you will have in your business, whether it's real estate or anything, the greatest successes and achievements that you'll find don't come from within you so much as who you surround yourself with, your environment, the people you hang around. Who are you hanging around? Who do you surround yourself with? Are you going to masterminds to improve yourself and to network, right? So again, this is where like Esther and Jeff are now going to be working together these leads. Our dream partners all communicate and network and keep everybody motivated. So again, find your 2 or 3 ways and follow up. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. And then finally, VA or not to VA, right? So many people try to make real estate sound glamorous and easy. Like, oh yeah, you just get a VA and you tell them to do all this. And then you wake up in the morning and you've got money in your bank account. Buy my program now. That's not how it works. That's a bunch of crap. All right. You only want a VA for very specific, tedious type things, such as maybe it's research, okay? Maybe it's completing and filling out a spreadsheet of leads and updating those leads, okay? You darn sure do not want a VA cold calling sellers. Never, ever, ever, ever have a VA cold calling sellers. That is an absolute waste of time. I don't care who tells anything different. I've done this for 18 years. I know it's a waste of time. It may sound great when someone's trying to sell you a course. It doesn't work. Now, what you can have is a VA taking your leads that you scraped or that you pulled, or have your VA go to, say, Redfin and pull a list of over 90 or over 60 or whatever, and then manipulate that list how you want it. Okay. But you don't want the VA talking to sellers. You don't want the VA doing cold calls or anything like that. Okay. And you want the VA for things that are tedious, things that, that you can show them how to do, make a screen flow recording, show them how to do this, and they do it. Okay. But again, only bring a VA on for specific things that you need. And then finally, yesterday we were talking about the levels of desperation. Again, as you're talking to the sellers, as you're lining up this pipeline of leads, this pipeline of deals, and you are talking to the seller, you need to understand where they are in the levels of desperation. For sell by owner, okay, well, are you moving? Did you already buy another house? And as you're having these conversations, you start to see where they are in this level of desperation. We've got a house right now that when I go to the VIP room here in just a little bit, you're going to hear me talk to a real estate agent that may have a potential buyer for a seller finance house that we have. You're going to hear that conversation if you're in the VIP room. Try to get a hold of him. And so I'm really excited about today's VIP room because you're going to see, I'll answer all the questions you have, but I think it's important to see us actually doing deals. Now, my dream partners don't know I'm going to be doing this. So I'm going to, when I call them, I'm say, hey, listen, there's 40 people listening, so don't cuss. But you're going to see my screen as we work through the deal. So you definitely want to catch today's VIP room. I want to show something. I showed this yesterday in the VIP room. I want to show it again. I'm going to stop sharing here. Get my camera back on. Okay, camera's there. We're good. I'm going to end today showing you something I did yesterday in the VIP room that I think is so important for everybody. It is your comfort zones. It's your comfort zones. This will take about 5 minutes here. Make sure you all can see that. I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit there. I'm going to move my microphone out of the way. So almost everybody watching right now, you've bought a real estate course before. You may have attended someone's 3-day live training or 4-day live training. You've probably watched a lot of YouTube videos. You've probably been on Bigger Pockets and seen people screaming at each other. They have no clue what they're talking about. But sorry. But whether you've bought a course or been to a 3-day event or whatever the case may be, I'm going to show you some of the cycles, pretty much the cycle that maybe a lot of you all have witnessed. Maybe you've experienced it yourself. But here's what happens as people try to get started into real estate. So here you are. I'll make you the little asterisk, okay? And we're just going to call this asterisk Tom as an example, okay? We'll call this asterisk Tom. So Tom wants to get started in real estate, but Tom wants to stay inside his comfort zone, right? And it's amazing how we all want to stay inside our comfort zone, but yet how horribly uncomfortable our comfort zone is, right? Oops, sorry. I'm trying to monitor this on Facebook here. Mute that. I just killed the video. Just 1 second. Okay, there we go. All right, so here is Tom. Tom wants to get started in real estate. But Tom wants to stay inside his comfort zone. This area is his comfort zone right here. So what does Tom do? Tom does what most people do is he goes to, and I'm going to use it. He hangs out in the evening watching YouTube and going to real estate forums. This is what Tom considers to be action. This is not action. This is entertainment. Now, he may be filling his conscious brain with some knowledge for sure, but he's not really taking action. That's not action. So after watching YouTube and going to real estate forums for a number of months and having done 0 deals, he decides to get out of his comfort zone. So what does Tom do? Tom does something crazy, really crazy. He goes to a meetup, a real estate group. He goes to a meetup or a real estate group. This is scary because there's human beings there. They're going to talk to him. That's scary. But he does it. He gets out of his comfort zone and goes to a meetup, a networking event, a real estate group. Even though he's nervous because he's thinking, these people have done deals. I haven't done anything. I've been watching YouTube. I'm scared. But he goes to a meetup group. And after going to the meetup group for a while, maybe a couple of months or whatever, he still hasn't done a deal, but he's within now his new comfort zone. Well, then after going to a meetup, he decides to get really bold. Tom he's going to make big moves now. Big moves. Big moves. He didn't tell his wife, but he's going to buy a real estate course. Bam! So he buys a course. He buys a real estate course. Now look how much Tom has grown. His comfort zone is expanding and expanding, isn't it? He bought a course. Now, what does Tom do with that course? Well, when he gets it, he opens it up. He's excited. And you know what he does with it? He finds an amazing place to put it right there on his bookshelf. It fits perfectly between the frame and that book. He puts this course right there. And every day you can walk in and see that course right there. And he goes, I'm a real estate entrepreneur. I've got a course. And I go to meetups. And I scour bigger pockets. But he hasn't done a deal yet. Because he's got to get out of his comfort zone, right? So what's the next thing he does? Well, it just so happens he's on Facebook and he sees an ad for a 3-day live real estate training. So he goes to a 3-day event. Now this is scary. He's got to spend 3 days here. He was kind of okay just watching YouTube videos, but now he's bought a course and he signed up for this event. Now he's committed. Now he is committed, right? He is committed. What happens at the event? What do you think happens at the event? I bet they're going to sell coaching. They're going to sell coaching. And it's a big box company too. It's a big box company that has somebody on stage that doesn't really do real estate, does none of the coaching, but you've seen them on TV. So this must be good. And so what do? You buy the coaching. So you get the coaching. What happens? Well, congratulations. Boom. You are in the coaching program. Great. I can't wait to meet so-and-so that I saw on stage. What are you talking about? We just use his face and his name. He's not a coach, idiot. Your coach is in Utah in a cubicle. Now, you have 1 hour each week to speak to him on the phone. And he has a binder he's going to be flipping through. Tom's not doing too good, is he? But he did get out of his comfort zones, didn't he? So what happens then? Then the coach in Utah in a cubicle says, hey, do this and this for marketing. And do this and this for marketing. And Tom's busy. He's really busy. His daughter has soccer games. He's having to work longer hours at work. Oh my God. Then on Tuesday, I got to call the guy in the cubicle in Utah, and he told me to do some marketing, and this whole real estate thing isn't working out. So what does he do? To appease his coach in a cubicle in Utah, he does this. He does BS marketing. Now, what do you think BS marketing is? It's don't type it in, please. It's exactly what you think it is. BS marketing is exactly that. Tom got out of his comfort zone, got a course, went to an event, signed up for coaching from a guy in Utah in a cubicle, didn't do anything the guy in the cubicle told him to do. Finally did some marketing, but he purposely did BS marketing, knowing it wasn't going to work. And the coach was like, I never told you to send off 75 mail pieces. Why did you do that? I don't know. It's just, this isn't working. So what happens then? Tom is up late one night and he is on YouTube and he sees someone selling, you can make money in this other methodology. You can make money in boat docks, renting boat docks out in Miami. What? And then he jumps ship and boom. He's right back to watching YouTube videos and real estate forums on how to rent out boat docks in Miami. This is the cycle. This is what I do not tolerate in the dream partners. Meaning, if someone comes to us to be a dream partner, and with the first phone call, I'm finding out, what have you done? If I know that they've done this, I say, well, that ends now, because I will hold you accountable. And you're going to be talking to me for more than an hour on the phone. And so it's a matter of changing that mind shift that mindset of that mind shift to say, this doesn't work. This doesn't play with me, right? Doesn't play with me or Joe or my team. We got to change that mind shift to where, yes, we're going to be giving you very specific information and action items, and then boom, act on it. Boom, act on it. Hey, let's go on the phone with the seller. Well, this happens so many times when we're on a coaching call, Zoom, because I do my coaching calls by Zoom. And they say, well, I got this seller that, okay, say no more, get him on the phone. Right now? Yeah. Let's go. And boom, I get on the phone with the seller. You're going to hear that in just a little bit in the VIP room. I got to see what all we have lined up, but I'll probably end up talking to a seller. This is what we do. Someone's asking, well, I'll answer that in a second. But this is the levels. This is your comfort zones. Now you see these lines right here. These are your comfort zones. These are the borders of your comfort zone. Do you know what creates these comfort zones? What actually creates this line and this line and this line? The 6 words that kill dreams. I need to go to this meetup group. Yeah, but there's this show on Netflix I'm watching, and it comes on at the same time. I want to buy that course, but it's like $997, and my wife will find out. If only I could buy it without my spouse finding out. This 3-day event, I gotta spend $100 on a flight. It's 3 hours away. If only they had it right here in my backyard, then I'd go. So the 6 words that kill is what creates these comfort zones. The question is, how tight is your if only, your what if, and your if only, yeah, but, and what if. And this is one of the things that we break through with the dream partners. That very first call, I'm finding out, where's your comfort zone? Where is that? Because we're about to smash it. Because you've got to do something uncomfortable for any success. I don't care if it's building muscle and burning fat. I don't care if it's getting Invisalign for your teeth. There's a level of discomfort there. All right. Anything that you want to grow and succeed in, you've got to have some level of discomfort. All right, guys. This has been phenomenal. I know we ran a little bit long here. Everybody's stuck with me. I love it, love it, love it. That's right, Todd, the shiny object syndrome. And Robert, you had asked for a phone number for my office. It is 81. Let me see if I can type it in here. No, don't totally blow her up. 817. She's actually, this is Melanie's, this is our office number, 817. I'm going to type in the chat box for 817-985-3195. I'm going to triple check that. Eight 817-985-3195. I'm going to put that in the chat box. I think it was Robert asking for that. That is Melanie's number. Now, keep in mind, Melanie is, she's having an air conditioning put in her house. So she's at her house right now having an air conditioner put in. Yikes. But she'll definitely, if you have to leave a message, she'll call you back as quickly as humanly possible. All right. All right. All right, everybody, I'm going to jump off here in 30 seconds. I'm going to be in the VIP room. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for everybody for being here. And we'll see you I'll see a lot of you all in the VIP room. Everybody else, I'm going to see you tonight at 6 p.m. I've got a couple more dream partners coming on that you can ask them questions. How did they get started? What were some of the challenges they had? And this and that. So I'll see you all. I'll see you in 30 seconds, the VIP room on Zoom. Everybody else, I'll see you 6 p.m. Central tonight, right here. Facebook. Take care.